your soul, I gotta know. Best that you're beautiful inside. Toes on the glass, car moving fast. Come take the wheel and drive.
Hey Jeep, welcome to Hobby Lover. Anyway, welcome to Hobby Lover Tutor. Welcome to Hobby Lover Tutor. It's home of the Blomberg WNF9448 AG50 9 spin double class ground washing machine, and Blomberg TKF8451 AG50 condensed heat pump dry. Anyway, and home of the Bosch WTN832 Series GB-01. Anyway, Series 4 condensed dry. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, guys, we are now finally to do the wash and drying race. So as you can see there, guys. We are finally now going to do the washing and drying race between the Blomberg WNF9448 9 spin double cast greenhouse washing machine and versus the Blomberg TKF8451 AG50 against heat pump dry. Anyway, so guys, I just thought I'd do the washing and drying race tonight between the Blomberg WNF20 and the Blomberg TKF8451 against the heat pump dry. Anyway, so yeah, guys, this is my first time ever do a wash and drying race. This is my first time ever do the wash and drying race features all two machines. Obviously, they features all two Blombergs actually, the wash machine and the dryer, of course. Anyway, so yeah, this is features all between those two dryers. The Blomberg WNF20 and the Blomberg TKF8451 as well. Anyway, so yeah, guys, we're going to probably load up the Blomberg WNF20 first because unfortunately we've got a load of weights to do in the Blomberg WNF20 9 spin double cast ground washing machine. So we're going to load up got a load of weights to do in the Blomberg WNF20 anyway, so I'm going to load up the Blomberg WNF20 first anyway. Obviously, it's mostly loaded weights obviously, but mostly loaded weights anyway, so that's all it is, it's just mostly loaded weights anyway. So yeah, it's mostly loaded weights obviously, it's mostly loaded weights anyway, but I've got female loaded weights anyway, so yeah. So yeah, it's just mostly loaded weights anyway. So yeah. So that's the Blomberg WNF20, that's all loaded up anyway. Now I'm loading up the Blomberg TKF8451, but for the Blomberg TKF8451, we've got a load of dark colours to put in anyway. There's a load of dark colours to put in the Blomberg TKF8451 anyway. There's a load of dark colours anyway. So anyway, well, ideally my mum had to put a dry before that anyway, so yeah. Got a fair amount of load of dark colours obviously anyway, just a fair amount of load of dark colours anyway. In the Blomberg TKF8451 anyway. Now the biggest one thing between those two machines though, because they always have to be checked anyway. So because for the Blomberg TKF50 we always have to check out the filter and the condenser thingy as well anyway. So just before we do that though, we need to empty the filter for the Blomberg TKF50 anyway. Obviously the filter has been empty though obviously, but yeah, as you can see though guys, the filter has been empty on the Blomberg anyway. Yeah, condenser thingy is all right, but the condenser thingy is fine anyway, so yeah, the condenser thingy is all fine anyway, so anyway. And because for the Blomberg WNF20 we're going to add some detergent anyway. That's what we usually use for the Blomberg WNF20, we're going to probably add some detergent anyway. I don't know what detergent I use for the Blomberg WNF20 anyway. So don't know what I use actually though, but so yeah. So the detergents for the Blomberg WNF20, we're going to be using some, because like we do for loaded whites though, we'll be using some Vanish oxidation crystal in some whites anyway. So we're using that anyway. And for this one today, we haven't actually also used for never ever used for whites anyway. We'll be using Persil automatic power caps colour detergent as well anyway. And the softener I'm using for this one is Comfort Cherry Blossom and Sweet Pea Creation Aesthetic Softener anyway. So anyway, so I'm going to load up the Blomberg WNF20 anyway. Obviously it adds the detergent anyway, so that's all I've got to do anyway. So what ideally is, I'll just put 2 in for this one anyway. So yeah, because the Persil power caps, as you can see, is blue, dark green and white anyway, so all to put 2 in the back anyway. So yeah, get some detergent in for the Blomberg anyway. So all we're going to put in for this one is 2 scoops of Vanish anyway. obviously one screw finish would be enough anyway. D is, I'll just put 2 in anyway. So, yeah. I think this scoop this find the oh man, we're gonna just get it. There you are. And some comfort sweet pea I put in as well anyway. So I can usually do though. I was gonna say that comfort sweet pea softener, it smells nice, it does anyway. Again, it come in a minute. There you are. Oh, before we do that we need to empty the water though actually. Because all you usually do is let it clear, water clear out anyway. So yeah, that's what we do before that anyway. The water, as you can see, the water is not cleared out a bit though, but alright, let's put it in anyway. So yep. There we are, look. So we have to put in for comfort sweet pea anyway. Always measure put in some softener anyway. I think because I should have emptied the water obviously though. Before I should have done it in the Blomberg TKF8451 I should have emptied the water anyway. Literally though, I should have just emptied the water to start with anyway. I should have emptied the water to start with anyway. Sorry about putting me so long, but anyway. So I'd say the softener's been spilled by the pre-wash anyway. Nothing to worry about that anyway. It's obviously been spilled by the pre-wash anyway. So anyway. Okay, so for the Blomberg TKF8451 for the whites, that's going to go on cotton 60 anyway. With shorter wash anyway. We're going to use the average shorter wash though. With max speed at 400, with a max spin speed at 400 anyway. And for the Blomberg TKF50, which has got a load of dark colours now, we're going to juice it on the cottons extra though, because there's a load of darks now, so we're going to both do it on cottons though. Obviously, because both machines are going to do cottons anyway. So for the WNF9448 it's going on cotton 60, and the Blomberg TKF50 on cottons extra anyway. So anyway, let's get start all the machines up anyway. So anyway, so 3, 2, 1 and go. There you are, just starting up. There you are, that's the Blomberg TKF50, it's just reversed, it's just starting drying first anyway. Just before the Blomberg TKF20 pumps in anyway. There you are. The Blomberg TKF20 is adding some finish stage in anyway. So what I do is put the camera back anyway. So as you can probably see, the Blomberg TKF80 it's doing the regular stow tumbles anyway. As you can see, it's doing the regular cotton stow tumbles anyway. So this is what it's actually doing here, it's doing the regular cotton stow tumble anyway. And obviously the Blomberg TKF80 is just still doing the clockwise tumbles anyway. So it's a catch when both is currently, obviously when the Blomberg TKF50, when it's just currently giant dry, so probably catch when both is on when it's still working anyway. But for the Blomberg TKF20, I'll probably catch when it's on main wash anyway. And for the TKF50, I might catch when it's on iron dry anyway. However, it's going to be giant dry, so I'll catch you both there anyway. So anyway, catch you there anyway. It's cheap. Blomberg WNF9448 traded document 40 spin double cast washing machine. It's just now in its main wash, you can tell now the Blomberg WNF20. As you can see, look, it's just now in its main wash anyway. So as you can see, we're not in sesame wash here. As you can see on the Blomberg WNF20, we're not in that sesame wash anyway. With personal power cap detergent anyway, colour detergent anyway. So as you can see, this machine's got 50. It's got 58 minutes effort down. Well, 57 it's got anyway. And temperature's just reached 60 degrees though, so temperature's just reached 60 degrees anyway. So as you can see, temperature's just reached just about 60 degrees anyway. So yeah, as you can see, it's just now in its main wash tumbles anyway. And unfortunately, the Blomberg TKF8451 is literally got 1 hour drying though, as you can tell. As you can tell, the Blomberg TKF50 there is still on drying though, as you can tell anyway. Unfortunately, the Blomberg TKF50 is currently still on dry anyway. Once the Blomberg TKF20 it's now in its main wash anyway. So as you can see, it's just on, still on the main drying though. But as you can see, it's currently still on the main sort of drying stage. But so as you can see, it's literally kind of main on drying stage anyway. Which will probably flick up to in a minute anyway. Maybe reach the iron drying stage anyway. that's the drying buzzer bit is turned off anyway. So that's now going to go on to its original drying anyway, like it usually does with buff mount towers anyway. Which is probably flick on dry and dry when the machine starts cool down. When the Blomberg TKF8451 when it's on the cool down stage, it'll probably reach maximum of iron dry, and then it will anyway. You can see that's the main part of the steam glass. It's just, as you can see, the Blomberg TKF50, when it turns the buzzer off though, it steams the glass up, it does anyway. It just steams that first glass up anyway. As you can see there's a bit of steam on the glass anyway, on the door glass anyway. There's obviously never the door glass, it's just this dry here, it's got a double glass anyway. It's just this dry here, it's only got a double glaze glass door anyway. So you can basically see there's the steam generation. You can see on the Blomberg TKF50, it's the steam generation anyway. Yeah, probably see that's the steam generation on the Blomberg TKF50 anyway. So it's a catcher when the Blomberg TKF20 has just reached the cool down anyway, and the Blomberg TKF50 when it's kind of reach iron dry, so it's just catch you both there anyway. Hey, steep. Blomberg WNF9448 spin double washing machine. It's just now coming in, and it's now coming in at the end of the main wash anyway. As you can see, the Blomberg WN20 is just coming at the end of the main wash anyway. And just to say, guys, the Blomberg TKF8451 AG50 is now finally reached the maximum of iron dry anyway. As you can see, it's got 40 mS of iron dry anyway. So as you can see, it's just now coming on iron dry anyway. So yeah, it's now reached its maximum iron dry anyway. So yep. No, yeah, Blomberg is just now going for the cool down anyway, so. This is what it does really though, the Blomberg WN20 always goes for the cool down anyway. I think basically though, I think it's because it's cooler than shutter rinse anyway, or dilution rinse very cool as anyway. Yeah, as you can see the water level is just currently reached about here anyway, so this is what it's mentioned doing though, the Blomberg WN20 always mentioned doing the water level standard anyway, so yeah. So yeah, it's doing that regular cool down stage, you know, this is like a regular cotton's cool down anyway. So as you can see, this is like the regular cotton's cool down anyway. So yeah, this is what it reminds me of. Yeah, you see the water is just cut to about there anyway, the water level is cut to about there it does anyway. Always do recommend this water level on Blomberg WN20 though when it does cool down anyway. No Blomberg WN20 is just drain anyway, so you can see it's not going through its distribute drain anyway, after the cool down obviously. There it is, like it's doing this distribute, it's doing this regional distribute drain, that's all it's doing anyway, it's doing this regional the distribute drain anyway, like it always does for the rinsers anyway. There we go, Blomberg TKF8451 is now in 2 anti-system anyway, it's now in 2 anti-system stage anyway. He's now got 38 metres left anyway. Now this is what he always does with it, he always recommends the wounds and hand wash cycle anyway. Because the only thing is with the Blomberg TKF8451, when it does the anti-system, it always recommends the wounds cycle. It minds with the wounds and hand wash it does, it minds with the wounds anyway. This is what this machine here, when it does anti-system, it always minds with the wounds it does anyway. So it's done at the anti-system just like the wounds does anyway. That's all it minds me of anyway. So for the Blomberg WNF20, I'll probably see on the first spin there. So catch you there for the Blomberg anyway. It's cheap. Blomberg WNF9448 AE20, 9kg spin the Baker's washing machine. It's now going for its original first spin. It's now going for its first spin anyway. So as you can see, this machine's got about 32 minutes left, and it's got 32 minutes left anyway. So it's now going for its first intermediate spin at 400 up anyway, which is obviously just about to get for the first spin at 400 anyway. It's 400 spins going for it's going for the first spin at 400 anyway. And the Blomberg TKF8451 AG50 is currently got 37 minutes left on drive. This drive's currently got about 37 minutes left anyway. So as you can see, it's currently still on iron dry though. The Blomberg TKF50 is just still on iron dry anyway. So as you can see, the dry is currently on iron dry now. It's still on iron dry though, as you can tell anyway. But basically it's just on iron dry anyway. So yeah, it's currently still on iron dry that Blomberg TKF50 is anyway. It's still on iron dry anyway. We'll see what the balance is next time on Blomberg anyway. I reckon the Blomberg is going to go very unbalanced though, I guess. Reckon below wise, I think it's going to go very unbalanced anyway. I mean, it reaches 400 anyway. Reckon it will anyway. Probably go very unbalanced about it will anyway. Oh, I've got to say we can't be about balance, I have to say just about balance, but anyway, about balance. There you are, that's our 400. There you are, 400. Can't reach about 400 actually, can't about 400. There you are, Blomberg WNF20 is now going back to his dish view anyway. Back to dish view, obviously back to dish view. The Blomberg TKF8451 is now into its first rinse, anyway. It's now into first rinse. You can see the Blomberg TKF8451 is now into first rinse, anyway. The Blomberg TKF8451 is now rinsing, anyway. Yeah, you can see that's the water level, it's kind of stuff like that, anyway. So this is like the regular cotton stomp it does. I think this is why this is like a cotton rinse it does, anyway. Yeah, you're probably seeing the wall level is just kind of about that anyway. The wall level is kind of just reached about that dead anyway. Yeah, you can probably see the wall level is just reached about that anyway. So for the Blomberg TKF8451, I'll probably catch it when it's on the second spin and front rinse. See if I catch that anyway. It's cheap. Blomberg WNF9448 traded 940 spin double cash screen on washing machine. It's just drained from the first rinse. So we're drained from the first rinse anyway. So as you can see, this machine's got a tray from itself anyway. I'm now going for the second intermediate spin rate at 1000 spin rate. We're going for the 1000 spin we're going for anyway. And unfortunately, Blomberg TKF8451 is still a 9 drive, you can tell, but it's only about 26 minutes left away though. But we should go on 11 minutes cover drive in a short time anyway. So yeah, unfortunately, because that should be on cover drive. Well, it should be on a cover drive for a short time anyway. So yeah, unfortunately, it's still on iron drying stage anyway tonight. Yeah, Blomberg 2020 is just at 1000 now anyway, that's at 1000 now anyway. So yeah, Blomberg 2020 is just currently at 1000 spin anyway. there you go, blooming WNF20 is now into the front rinse anyway. So as you can see, it's now coming into the front rinse anyway. Which I think the softness taken in is come from Croatia's cherry blossom and sweet pea anyway. So as you can see, that's what it's taken in right now anyway. It come from cherry blossom and sweet pea anyway, that's what's taken in right now anyway. Obviously, as you can see, the blooming TKF50 has only got about 21 minutes left anyway. So that should be going on to its cup drying stage in a minute anyway. However, it's ready. I think it normally does about 70 minutes drying though, so I think it should go on to its regional cup drying anyway, for their minutes anyway. So it should go on to them its cup drying probably in a second. I think probably in a second it will anyway. Might be able to see it later enough to cup dry anyway. Don't worry if you will though, because so yeah, it just depends who wins though, obviously anyway. Because I was thinking it might be the blooming TKF8550 that might have to win this one anyway. Because apart from that, the blooming TKF8550 might have to win this race anyway. All the blooming WNF20 anyway. But I expect that to wait to who wins anyway. I think because it might be less dry, I should say, all the wash machine anyway. So it just depends who wins anyway. But normally the blooming TKF50 though, it normally cuts down the time to their minutes anyway, minutes reach the cup drying stage anyway. So probably allow to lit up the cup drying stage or however it should be lit up probably in a minute or so anyway. There we are, fine rinse now. Obviously it's now into fine rinse anyway. But none of those when the blooming TKF50 when it's reached down here, so probably have to pull to dry around them or anyway. Might have to pull to dry, but I don't know if we can though, but I have to wait and see anyway. Well, we have to wait and see if I have to pull to dry anyway. For them when it reaches them it's come dry anyway, so probably have to pull to dry then or anyway. Normally I do when this machine finishes the front rinse though, but not when it's reached the maximum spin though, I'll probably put it back on then or anyway, so. It's the fact because I wanted the blooming TKF50 to win this anyway, against the blooming WNF20 anyway. So as a catcher in, then when those two machines have both reached to cup dry stage or the final spin anyway. So catcher in both of that anyway. Well, obviously Bloomberg TKF50 will probably reach cup dry and then Bloomberg WNF20 will probably reach the final spin anyway. So catch you both there anyway. It's cheap. Blomberg WNF9448 AG50 9 kg on 40 spin to bake greenhouse washing machine is now draining from the final rinse anyway. So as you can see, this machine here has got about 12 minutes left anyway. And we're now finally getting for the final spin. I know, again for the final spin anyway at 1400. This is the 1400 spin we're going for anyway. And by the way, the Blomberg TKF8451 AG50, you can basically see that it's currently still on iron dry though. I don't know how it's doing though, but it's supposed to be leaching 11 minutes cover dry anyway. So unfortunately, it's literally still on iron dry anyway. So it's should be catching up when it's on 10 minutes spin anyway for the Blomberg TKF8451 anyway. The Blomberg TKF8451 it's just reached the 10 minutes spin anyway, so it's just on final spin anyway. Oh wait, here we are, Blomberg TKF50, it's just reached cover drying stage anyway. Reached the Blomberg WNF9448, I think it's going to win this one anyway. I think we obviously know who's going to win this one actually. I think the Blomberg WNF9448 is going to win this one anyway. Against the TKF8451 anyway. So yeah, basically the Blomberg TKF50 is now reached its cover drying stage anyway. So it's funny, it's just reached cover drying stage anyway. Blomberg is just at 600 by the way. Washing machine is currently at 600 anyway. So it's now coming up to 1,000 anyway. There you go, Blomberg is just at 1,000 anyway. Blomberg is now at 1200. Basically, the Blomberg WNF20 is now reached about 1200 anyway. It's at 1200. There you go, that's that 400. Blomberg WNF20 is that 400. Basically, Blomberg is just coded at 400. Yeah, this is that 400. Yeah, Blomberg WNF20 is just now into its entry, so it's now in entry anyway. Well, and there we are, look guys, Blomberg TKF8049 AG50 Baker Screaming is the winner, by the way. His colleague won that race, by the way. Blomberg TKF8451 AG50 has won that race, obviously. But now the fact we've got to wait for the Blomberg TKF8551 to finish anyway. So now the fact I've got to focus on this one anyway. Got to focus on the Blomberg TKF50 anyway. Just got to focus on this one anyway. So as you can see, the Blomberg TKF50 has only got about 2 minutes left coming to an end, so it should be going to 1 minute cooldown anyway. Which I should be able to anyway, it should go into 1 minute cooldown anyway. So we've got to focus on this one now. Probably clear it now when it's on 1 minute, reach 1 minute cooldown anyway. It comes as extra though, but there we are. The last Blomberg TKF80 is just unlocked anyway, so that's probably the winner actually. Now we can wait for this one to finish anyway. There we are, that's the Blomberg TKF50 now done anyway. So as you can see though guys, both machines have now all finished anyway. So that means the Blomberg TKF80 is currently a champion, by the way. It's champion. This dry here is a loser. That dry is lost anyway. Unfortunately the Blomberg TKF50 is just lost anyway against, obviously because Blomberg TKF80 is coming in first place, and then Blomberg TKF8550 is in second place obviously. So yeah, that means the Blomberg TKF80 is in first place, and then the TKF8550 is currently in second place, which that's just obviously lost anyway. So all we're going to do now is unload both machines anyway. I'm now going to unload both machines now anyway. So it's both machines going to unload anyway. So I'm going to see what the results between those two machines are. We're going to see what the results between those two machines anyway. So what we're going to do is unload the Blomberg TKF80 first anyway. Because that's obviously the winner. Obviously the Blomberg WNF9448 is the winner, but obviously, so yeah, that's now currently in first place. Obviously, so we're going to have to unload this machine first anyway. So yeah, that's all it is really anyway. Now the TKF8550, is going to see how much dry it is though anyway, for the TKF8550 anyway. I'm going to say that Blomberg TKF50, the ones the dot colours in there though, it's so absolutely dry in there though. Literally, it turns out that's so dry actually. It turns out it's super dry actually anyway. The Super Collins Extra anyway. It turns out it's super dry actually anyway. Turns out that it's so dry actually though anyway. So yeah, turns out that's good. It's quite dry actually. It turns out it's good dry, but it turns out it's quite dry anyway. So yeah, there's no damp in this one, but this dry here it hasn't got no damp anyway. Oh, I was going to say that Comfort Sweet Pea, the Comfort Cherry Blossom Sweet Pea Fabric Softener, it smells nice, it does anyway. Well, I bet it wasn't very actually though anyway, because Very Neutral Fabric Softener is the worst one anyway. So yeah, it came out so clean actually though, obviously because Blomberg TKF80, because like we do for the Blomberg TKF80 when we check the smell of it though. Well, obviously when we check the smell of this machine when it's finished the end cycle, we also check the smell we're doing anyway for the softener anyway. Obviously the softener we had to check it, didn't we? But anyway. So yeah guys, and that is it for me anyway. Hoping we should do some more drying race, but the washing and drying race hopefully should do more of that hopefully anyway. I think the only thing I should do on the Blomberg TKF20, we should be doing a faster load 40, so I can first is the mix drying hopefully. We should probably do that quite anyway. But anyway, so yeah, we should be doing the mix drying hopefully, but obviously we may do more drying race between the Blomberg TKF80 and faster load 40 between the the mix drying anyway. So yeah, so we're going to do fast forward 14 and Blomberg TKF80, hopefully. Probably we might be able to do wash race next week, hopefully. Might be doing the wash and dry race next week though, hopefully. Might have to film that again next week. Yeah, but it's not going to be the Collins one this time, but so yeah. So hopefully we should do the fast forward 40 on the Blomberg TKF80 versus the mix drying on the Blomberg TKF8550 anyway. So yeah, hopefully we do both of these machines quite anyway. But it's a bit weird though, obviously, anyway. So just before we do that, I need to check out the water thing on the Blomberg TKF80 anyway. Now, you see, look, there's still amount of water in there, so I'm going to have to empty that anyway. I'm going to have to empty out from the thing anyway, from the softener anyway. Like I do for the Bosch Rate Perfect, like I do for my grandparents' Bosch Rate Perfect does anyway. Like the Bosch Rate Perfect does that anyway. When there's water some in there from the softener come on, we always have to take it out anyway. Because when you add detergent, when you put some fabric softener in though. But this is why before when you added some detergent and softener in though, you always got to take the water out from the softener compartment anyway. You always got to take it out. You do anyway. And for the Blomberg TKF80, we're going to check to see how much condensing water is in there anyway. You can see this. You can see the condensing water is literally about there. I have to say though, the condensing tank water it's filled up to about there anyway. And let's see what the filter is as well anyway. Let's see what the filter looks like anyway. Anyway, before we do that. Oh yeah, as you can see there's still a bit of filter in there though. There's fluff filter in there, so anyway. Keep that anyway. So yeah. So we're hoping we do some more drying race between the Blomberg WNF9448 washing machine, well the Blomberg WNF9448 A20 9448 A20 9 4 inch double cast grains washing machine and the Blomberg TKF8451 against the heat pump dry anyway. So we should be doing more drying race hopefully anyway. I don't know what I got coming out this way. I think tomorrow I might be filming the Whirlpool WDC640 anyway, which is probably my nan's machine. I'll probably have to film tomorrow anyway. My nan's Whirlpool anyway. I may have to film his machine tomorrow actually though. The Whirlpool WDC640 anyway. So yeah guys, and that is it for me guys. Don't forget so yeah, stay tuned radio. Just stay guys, stay tuned radio on YouTube, just stay tuned radio on YouTube and just comment me. However you need it, just comment me whatever you need on YouTube guys and give me a request way for the Blomberg WNF9448 9 4 inch double cast grains washing machine. Or next to it is the Blomberg TKF8451 against the heat pump dry anyway. So yeah, Blomberg TKF8451 against the heat pump dry anyway, aka on double cast grains anyway. And the ones in the garage is the Bosch Series 4 WTN A32 Series GB-01 anyway. Which I was hoping to film the Bosch Series 4 dry hopefully again next week, hopefully anyway. So yeah, well, we was hoping to do more washing and drying race between those two machines anyway. Hopefully quite soon. Hopefully doing the fast forward 40 cycle and versus the mixed drying on the Blomberg dry anyway. So hoping we do more washing and drying race. Hopefully probably the fast forward and mixed drying hopefully anyway. So yeah, we'll probably do that in both machines hopefully again quite soon. The fast forward versus the mixed drying anyway. So yeah, I was going to say guys, never ever done a washing and drying race before, but I was going to say I never ever done a washing and drying race before though. I was going to say that's probably my first time I ever done it though. Actually, it's probably my first time I've ever done my washing and drying race anyway. This is probably my first time actually though. It's probably the first time I've done it anyway. Because like Interstate Washer 2017 does this as well anyway. Because Interstate Washer 2017 does that as well anyway. Because he does that washing and drying race of course between the Interstate washing machine and the professional dry anyway. So he does it on the Interstate washing machine and the professional dry anyway. Which I'm trying to do between those two machines anyway. So yeah, I think because Interstate Washing 2017 does that anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm pretending to do right now anyway. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed it by the way. So yeah, we will be doing more videos of the Blomberg WNF9448 again quite soon though, but probably the fast forward 40, hopefully, versus the mixed drying on the Blomberg TKF8550 as well anyway. So yeah, it's been precious to see the washing and drying race between the two machines, the Blomberg WNF20 and the Blomberg TKF8550 anyway. I can remember the other day though, we used to have an extra dryer over my grandparents. We used to have another Blomberg TKF8550 though. I used to remember doing a drying race between the. Obviously, I think it was between the Blomberg TKF8550, which used to be my grandparents' one, and the my auntie's Hoover Fishing Tech. No, not the Fishing Tech, and the Fishing. Obviously, the Hoover Vision HD anyway, the VH36AC anyway. So yeah, we should do a drying race together between the Blomberg TKF50 and the Hoover VH36AC vein dryer as well anyway. So yeah, and that's it for me guys. Hope you enjoyed by the way. So yeah, we'll do more videos of it again guys anyway. Fortunately didn't go Curry's Day guys, because unfortunately I didn't have to go Curry's Day though, because they didn't have any new machines over there again, but they didn't have any hopping active cam machines there over Curry's anyway, so we didn't see them actually anyway. So yeah, I didn't have to film it today because there wasn't any new machines over there anyway. So yeah guys, that's it anyway, that's it for me now guys. Hopefully looking forward to doing more drying race, hopefully. The mix, that's what I thought it first, the mix drying anyway. So yeah guys, and don't forget, keep us supporting and go to the hobby lover.